Morning, welcome to Kings at Home Daily. My name is Steve. I'm one of the leaders based at City West. If you are part of the King's Church family from City Centre, Mark Cross or City West, then morning, great to have you with us. If you are looking in from outside, we're a church based in Norwich, meet across usually meet across the city in several locations, but during this time online only. You've found your way to one of our dailies where we are each day's morning working through a few verses. At the moment we're in the Gospel of John and we're in chapter 15 and why don't you head in that direction, and we're going to pick it up in verse 12. And really these morning times are just kind of morning devotionals together designed to encourage, to focus us on the Word, get us in the Word, feeding from His Word, like a devotional together, really. Going to read this, and something quite profound, not me, because I didn't say it, I'm just reading it, but something quite profound for us this morning, quite simple yet quite profound, so trust it will do us good. So yeah, chapter 15, John 15 and verse 12. My command is this is Jesus speaking, love each other as I have loved you. Verse 13, greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends. For everything that I learned from my Father, I have now made known to you. You did not choose me, but I chose you, and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit that will last, so that whatever you ask in my name, the Father will give you. This is my command, love each other. And I want to just dwell on I want to just dwell on that verse 13 for a few minutes this morning. Greater love has no one than this. And we're a people with a capacity to love, aren't we? We all are. Humans are. We have a capacity to love, and we've all seen it, maybe expressed, maybe a mother caring for a child, or somebody pursuing what they love, at great lengths, pursuing what they love, perhaps a career, or if it's money, or some sort of hope and dream. We see we're creatures that are driven by love, aren't we? Driven by love, and they can go to great lengths, can't we? With love, we can go to great lengths for love, and yet Jesus says, greater love has no one than this. Greater love has no one than His love for you and for me. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends. So however much we might love something, however much we might love family, friends, ourselves, if we're honest, however much we might love those things, Jesus is saying, greater love has no one than this, than my love for you. That's the profound bit this morning. Just stop and think on that. Greater love has no one than His love for you. There's no greater love out there that exists. You can't muster it up yourself or find it yourself. Greater love has no one than this, than His love for you and for me. And it even elaborates on that, doesn't it? In verse 16, He chose us. That's we didn't choose Him; He chose us. And this love, Paul speaks about it in the Corinthians. It says in chapter 5, for Christ's love compels us because we are convinced that one died for all, and therefore all died. And He died for all, that those who live should no longer live for themselves, but for Him who died for them and was raised again. So having received and experienced and grasped and taken hold of this love that Jesus has poured out upon you and upon me, having received that and understood it and grasped it, what are we to do with it? Well, it changes us, it shapes us. It says here that for Christ's love compels us to no longer live for ourselves, but for Him who died and was raised again. So we no longer live for ourselves, but we live for Him. And it talks in Going back to this section in John, it talks about how he's appointed us so that we might bear fruit that will last. And so it's not kind of saying go out and do good deeds and do this and do that and show people that there's fruit. It's having received and having understood and having grasped this love like no other, having received that, therefore set Christ at the centre of our lives and out of that place we can then go and bear fruit. Having received love, we can then show love to others, love one another, because of this love, this grace, this forgiveness, this mercy that we've received. We can go and show it to others. I hope that's encouraged you this morning, that wherever you are, whatever you're going through, lockdown 3, that you are greatly loved, a love like no other love. And you may not feel that this morning, but dwell on those words. Let them bless you, encourage you this morning, I trust. Bless you, church.